The Ugandan cabinet has directed Finance Minister Matia Kasaija to renegotiate the purpose of the $40 million loan which he says the World Bank forced onto the country to fight sexual abuse and related gender-based violence. New Vision TV examines the World Bank's capacity to force Uganda to take a loan that it does not want. Uganda's runaway debt is a cause of concern for everyone. While government maintains that it is not yet out of control as it is only about 30% of the GDP, still below the red line of 50% GDP, critics say the debt is already unsustainable at about $12 billion of external loan. This is because the country now spends some 9 trillion shillings a financial year on debt finance, which is 3/4 of the entire collection revenue collected by URA of 12 to 13 trillion shillings. Finance Minister Matia Kasaija startled the country last week when he disclosed that the World Bank country representative Christina Malmberg Calvo called him last year and arm-twisted him to take the $40 million sex violence loan, or else the bank would not give the country any new other loans. The World Bank had suspended new lending to the country over reports of sex abuse on a road construction project in western Uganda. Can Uganda be arm-twisted to take a loan that it does not only want, but would also subject the country to ridicule, as the $40 million sex violence loan has? Uganda has about 4 main types of loans. There are multilateral ones from institutions like the World Bank and African Development Bank, PTA Bank, and the East African Development Bank. It also borrows from bilateral lenders, these being friendly countries. The country also takes commercial loans from banks, the leading one now being Exim Bank of China. The 4th major source of borrowing for the government is the public, mainly commercial banks in the country which buy treasury bills and government bonds. Currently, these hold 12 trillion worth of such government debt stock. The pertinent question is, could the government with such diverse sources of funding be arm-twisted into taking a loan that it considers dubious? Confidential sources in the Finance Ministry have told New Vision TV that the problem lies more with the weak negotiating ability of Ugandan officials when dealing with donors. The officials do not spare time to read detailed documents and end up agreeing to deals whose contents they are not well versed with. Indeed, a former finance minister confessed recently to having signed a crucial agreement heavily committing the government without even reading the agreement she was signing. Another disturbing claim by finance sources is that Ugandan officials readily accept loan proposals from financial institutions because the disbursements of hard currency in dollars help boost the strength of the weak Ugandan shilling. The shilling has been in rapid decline over the last couple of years. This tends to reduce their scrutiny of the relevance of the loan. For the finance minister to claim that he was arm-twisted into accepting an unwanted loan is therefore possible, given the country's weak negotiating capacity and desperation for foreign exchange disbursements. It will take a boost of both direct and indirect exports to reduce the country's vulnerability to such arm-twisting.